Hello and welcome to another episode. As you know, on this channel I take a lot of astrophotography photos to show you what you can see in the night sky. Unfortunately though, they're not always perfect, and this is because the mount does not always track accurately. And to get around this, I've gone and got myself a guide scope, as you can see here. But I did actually think there was 3 good reasons why a guide scope would be useful in astrophotography. So I thought in this episode I'd run through them all. So let's get on with it. Okay, well, the first and most obvious reason why you want to get a guide scope is obviously to guide. And PhD2, free open source software, does an excellent job of this. As you can see here, it's tracking the guide star and keeping the image on track. Well, here's a side-by-side comparison of the M65 Galaxy. And you can see that the guided version is considerably better than the unguided. I like to point out that both captures involve the same exposure length and so on. It's just that the guided footage involves less movement, so there's more time to build up accurate data in the camera. So on to reason 2 why getting a guide scope is good for astrophotography. And that is because it allows you to easily polar align your telescope. In fact, PhD2 comes with 3 different tools for polar alignment, and here you can see an example of me using the polar drift align tool out in the field. The tools for polar aligning in PhD2 are quick and easy to use, and once you have a more accurate polar alignment you'll find that you track the stars better anyway. So on to reason 3, and this may surprise you, but a guide scope can also be used as an electronic finder scope. This is quite useful because the sensitivity of the camera can pick up some of the details that you might be missing. As you can see in this image I captured in PhD2, it shows the Leo triplet. However, through the finder scope this wasn't visible. Although, to be fair, the guide scope does show a smaller field of view than the finder scope, so I believe the jury's still out on whether you can really replace your finder scope with the guide scope and use PhD2 to provide an electronic finder scope. However, it still is very useful. Right. Let's get on to why I chose this guide scope setup. There are a number of considerations to take into account when you choose a guide scope. The main one being that you want it to be light, as well as it having at least 1/10 of the focal length of your main scope. And that was why I went for this one. It's an ultra-light guide scope. It only comes in at about 120 grams, I believe. And it's also quite small, as you can see. It's got an all-metal construction. The new version also has a dew cap here, so the lens isn't directly exposed to the elements, which keeps the dew off a little bit. And to go with this, of course, you need a camera, and it needs to be a decent enough one to keep with that 1/10 rule. So I chose the ZWO 120mm guide camera. Again, the reason I chose this one, this is the mini version, the reason I chose this one is it's so light. It's only 60 grams, which I think is amazing and makes the whole system come in at under 250 grams. By choosing this lighter guide scope, it actually saves me quite a lot of weight. So let's connect it all together. And there we are, the finished guide scope. Well, I hope you enjoyed that astronomy episode. If you have any questions, then please do leave them in the comment section below. If you like the episode, then please do give us a like. It really helps out the channel. And if you'd like to see more astronomy episodes, then please do subscribe. Goodbye and clear skies.